So welcome to our full moon ritual for sanctuary. And as usual, we're going to go ahead and get centered and just to be here present, and then we'll do our candle ritual and get that started. So let's see if we have anybody. All right, so three breaths, one for ourselves, just a center, one for the community, those that are in our thoughts and our hearts, and then one for that special intention that we hold tonight. So let's go ahead and just close your eyes and just settle in, and let's go ahead and just take a breath. So hi, Deborah. Can you hear us? Okay, yeah. So we're going to settle in, just be here with just cleansing our mind of all the worries. So just go ahead and close your eyes, just take a deep breath and just release all those things that are just wanting to attach themselves from the day, and just let them all go. And then let's take a breath for those that are in our thoughts and in our heart. And then let's take a breath for a special intention that we have in our hearts tonight. Just breathe that energy in. So now, if you have a candle, we're going to go ahead and do a candle lighting ceremony. And you can repeat after me. And it's let this flame represent.
Let this flame represent
The wild spirit that burns within each of us.
the wild spirit that burns within each of us.
As we awaken our own wild spirit.
As we awaken our own wild spirit.
May we awaken the collective.
May we awaken the collective. Yes.
All right, put that someplace safe. So tonight is ritual. So we've got some tools. We have different modalities that we like to start our calls with. And so Ember typically will have incense, and Kathleen we do oils, different things. And so if you saw the system of correspondences, it coordinates with those. So
yeah. So I like to, and of course, there's no right or wrong way of doing this. It's whatever feels comfortable. And hey, Joyce, what I like to do is have something that represents every element. And so air is the incense. And then, of course, the fire is our candle, right? So we're doing that one anyway. And then for earth, usually I like a gemstone, or this time I have like some sandalwood pieces. And then for water, I have, there's a couple of things. I mean, it could be anything. Soul sprays, yes, essential oils. But tonight, I brought some tea. Yes. So yeah, part of our ritual tonight. But this little ritual that we're doing tonight, it is perfect anytime that you want, anytime you're feeling like a low ebb in life. It is just a nice little thing to self-center, just grab a few moments. It doesn't take very long, and just find a nice quiet little spot and to go through this little ritual. It is perfect. And I will post everything at the end so you can see. Everything is not very much, but it's very simplistic. And but before we get started, it's a super fast ritual. It's not going to take us very long, so we'll have plenty of time to talk about, what's going on with us this month. But before we start on any of that, what I'd like to do is go over just a little bit of detail about our topic this month. And
hang on just a second. Before you even do that, I do have a hard stop at 8:30, so I just wanted to put that out there so that, because if we are going to have extra time to talk, that I will have to end the call. So just wanted to make sure, just to put that out there before I know we're going to get into the keys and the mantra and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So
yes,
thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for letting us know that. So And we should be good with the ritual. We'll be good. I know that we get talkative. So yeah, we'll go on and do rituals first and then talk as long as we can and then cut off at 8:30.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Really. Especially, we could do this for hours.
I know.
Okay, so this month's topic is, I have to say, just because we did the Soul Acceleration, Kathy and I know what all the topics are, and you guys too. You can go into Soul Acceleration and see what the cards are for each month. But this is the heaviest one for the entire year. And I love that not only the timing of when it is, right? Because it is the end of winter, the beginning of spring. It is Pisces, which is like deep and reflective. It is the whole thing, Sanctuary, is about working through here's what I like best about it. In a nutshell, it's how we react to adversities in life. It is our reaction to it. And is that the way we want to react? Or do we want to find another way to handle any sort of upset and adversity in life? So I'm going to read the mantra and then the keys like we normally do. So the mantra is: the universe supports me as I reflect the beliefs from within my heart. So kind of our main focus on this topic is about the heart chakra, right? So just making sure that we are filtering everything through the heart chakra instead of reacting, especially when something negative, something bad, something sad, something difficult happens to us, because it's going to happen, right? Like there's no way to protect ourselves from any sort of adversity in our life for the rest of our lives. Doesn't work that way. But how we show up for it is what's really important. So the keys that we're working through this month is knowing that all setbacks are temporary, how to receive help when needed. Do we? And are we willing? And the one that stumped everyone, shining a light on lack. And that's not like, let's focus on all the negative. No, it's how we react to it, right? Shining that light on how we react to it in those moments when we feel like we're not enough, or something's really difficult, we don't have enough, we're feeling that lack internally, how we show up for that, and invigorating our belief in resilience. Okay. So yeah, it is the heaviest topic of the entire month. So it's nice to really, well, one, kind of like get it over with, but two, I like the idea of it being like throughout the rest of this year, we can always come back to this and as a reminder of, yes, I do that, right? Because we may forget about this in a month or two, right? And then all of a sudden something happens, it's really difficult, and we can go back to this. This is how I show up. No, I want to do this differently. Okay, so any comments before I get started on the actual ritual part?
No, and I muted everybody, so you guys have to unmute yourself if you want to talk. Just we were getting some feedback. So I wanted to do that, but please feel free to unmute yourself at any point, because that's just because of the feedback. So if you do have questions, now's the time, but though.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, so for this ritual, all we need is a cup of tea and some flowers, right? Some, it depends upon what you bring. I brought a few roses. Yeah. So if you have roses, there's a lot of petals on that. The focus is going to be the amount of petals that we have. So you could do this for as long as you want. If you have roses for tonight, we'll just go through one. If you have daisies, yes, let's go through a few of those. All right. And then if you have a crystal quartz or a rose quartz, perfect. Yes. All right. So to get started, the whole concept behind tonight's ritual is about, is our glass half empty or is our glass half full? So as we're enjoying our tea, right, let's drink it down just a little bit until it is half empty or half full, right? So enjoy some tea while I'm discussing and we go through this. Now, when we're feeling that lack, when we're feeling that adversity, when we're not feeling like we're really showing up the way we want to show up for ourselves and for others, this is a perfect little mini ritual to kind of remind you of your own power. So we're going to go through this ritual. We're going to pick petals off of our flowers and put them in our half empty, half full glass of tea. And as we do it for each petal, we're going to use that old adage. What is that? I don't know. It's not an adage. What is it? That old saying, he loves me not, right? But we're going to do it a little bit differently. Okay. So take a few extra sips if you need, so you can get to the half empty, half full. I'm going to share my screen. So as we do this, and we can say this, well, everyone's muted now, so that's perfect. I'll say it, and then you could just repeat after. We could say it together, whatever you feel like. I'll go through them slowly, but all right, here we go. And we're just going to cycle through this, all right? And when you're ready, cheers, take your flower. Oh, I want a big one. Okay. And we'll start pulling petals and drop them into our tea. I don't suggest drinking it after, okay? So get all your fill in right now. Because what we're going to do is afterwards, let it sit under the moon. All right, so here we start. I love me, drop it in. I love me lots. I believe in me. I believe in me lots. I will overcome. I will overcome lots. And we start over. I love me. I love me lots. I believe in me. I believe in me lots. I will overcome. I will overcome lots. I love me. I love me lots. I believe in me. Ooh, I got two. I believe in me lots. I will overcome. I will overcome lots. I love me. I love me lots. I believe in me. I believe in me lots. I will overcome. I will overcome lots. I love me. I love me lots. I believe in me. I believe in me lots. I will overcome. I will overcome lots. So you can continue on until all your petals are in your tea, in your teacup. You can continue for as long as you feel, right? If you're using, of course, this is going to also depend upon what type of flower petals you're using. And what's interesting and what was fun when we did this at the in-person Moon Circle this month was how everyone ended up on their last petal on a different line, and how that resonated with each one. How that connected with everyone, how perfect that was. When this is completed, we're going to set it under the full moon. And the full moon actually occurs, the peak of the full moon, I should say. So we're going to, where the energy is 48 hours, 24 in front of, 24 behind the peak. And the peak occurs, we're in it right now. The peak occurs at 7:42 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So we're in that energy right now. So we have until 7:42 Wednesday morning to do this. So I suggest keeping this underneath the moon and the sun, somewhere in the elements, for that entire time frame. And when it is complete, then we can either pour it out or into a potted plant. We can put it somewhere in a yard or bury it. Whatever is connected to your intention and what you're working with right now. You know, if it's something you want to release and get rid of, then yeah, just bury it. If it's something you want to highlight and use as a memory, something to remind you in the future, then you can just put that into a potted plant. How does everyone feel?
So I'm envisioning my little rose petals being in the shape of a heart in the plant, like put it like, depending on if I can pull them apart or whatever, but I'm like, wouldn't that be a nice little symbol?
Yes,
Put that love out there everywhere we can.
absolutely.
The symbol of love, the heart.
And what do you
But
do?
yeah, that was beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
wh-
Yes,
what,
Kathleen?
what do you do with the crystal? I missed that part.
Oh, we skipped it. Thank you for that. No, the crystal is symbolizing, so the rose, if you're using a rose quartz, that symbolizes self-love. If you're using a regular crystal, and I totally skipped it, I'm sorry about that, then it's symbolizing amplifying the intention that you have for the month. And that's all. Yeah. If it's when you're ready to release and you don't want to bury it, you don't have to, right? You can just let it amplify for the cup of tea and flowers that you have right now, and then pull it out before you bury it. But maybe you want to leave it in the potted plant as a decoration or as part of a continuation of this ritual.
I like it.
Yes.
I got mine. I was like, at the last minute here, I found my rose quartz. That's I forget how you say 'em, the name of them, but they're the stones for your face.
Oh, right.
Asha,
Gouache. Yes. Okay. I was like, is that how you say it? Yeah. I
Nice.
was like,
Yes,
that's perfect for this, right?
it is. Yes. You don't want to bury that though.
No, don't want to bury it.
Right. Yes. Yes. So pull the stone out. That's right. Yes. Thank you for that, Kathleen. All right.
Beautiful. Well, yeah, that feels really good, and it felt very sing-songy whenever we were doing the ritual, and I like that. I think that's definitely part of, for me anyway, you know, wanting to focus on more joy, and it just feels good to be the sing-songy and playful.
Yes. Yeah. So you can actually turn it into a little song. But I do love the whole rhythm of it, as you're saying, of, you know, how I like the rhythm of the old one anyway, you know, loves me not.
Right.
That we've always known, right? Patterns that we've always had, things that we've been taught, things we've always known for the entire life, our entire life. But let's turn that into something that's empowering for ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And beauty, even though it's not as beautiful, even though it is kind of cool in our cups, right? I mean, the
Mhm.
beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. Got the white flowers in there from leftover from whatever.
Something.
No, I'm trying to think. Valentine's Day?
Valentine's. I was like, it wasn't, it could have been.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Saved a few of them. You can continue on, but yes, any flower that would do. It's just all about picking the petal. Because our socks this month, we really don't have elderflower. We don't really have anything that falls into the flower category there, but any flower will do, and especially any flower represents love.
I
So
was thinking the dark, like mine's almost dead though. Like but I was like, oh, it's close to brown.
It is, yeah.
Our color for the month.
Kathleen, yeah.
What
oh,
did
I
you
was
say,
gonna-
Kathleen? Yeah.
I was just gonna say that, while I was dealing with some allergies, like I was at the drugstore, and the thing that they had out were these elderflower, like vitamin C gummies or whatever, to help whatever prevent sickness kind of thing. And so it was funny. I just saw it as a sign. I was like, well, I'm just gonna get those. I'm gonna take a few of those every day, help, boost the whatever. And but it's just been fun, to it's just an interesting flavor,
It is. Yeah. Do you like it?
yeah, it's different, it's kind of fun to try something new. So yeah.
It is. It is, yeah, yeah. So it is all about compassion and transformation, the elderflower, but it is also about that it really helps, and you'll see it in a lot of things to boost the immune system, right? But yeah, there's a lot of elderflower, and I'm trying to think of like some of the big name stuff, but like Sambuca type stuff, right? Like it's not the name of it. Sambuca is a liquor, isn't it? There's something similar to that that's on the market for when you're sick that, it's kind of like Robitussin or whatever, but it has that name that's similar, but it's made of all elderflower. Yeah, so it's about being compassionate to yourself. Yeah. Medicinal qualities as well. Yeah. All right.
Which is beautiful for this sanctuary topic.
I know. Yeah. For sure.
All that self-love, that compassion.
So, how do y'all feel about the topic so far this month? I know, Joyce, you're probably traveling, moving. It's nice to see you here.
Yeah.
If she's here. Her presence.
I think this has definitely been a month of self-care. It's kind of been a little bit of forced self-care for me, but good. So it's like on the back half, like I've been kind of staying at home, kind of in my sanctuary the first half, and then we're going to do some travel next week, and it'll be a good practice to kind of hold on to the sanctuary concept, even while I'm out of town and stuff. Yeah, it's not just about home.
Right. Yeah, it's so true. That inner sanctuary. Yeah. There's something about this month that's really kind of stuck out is shadow work itself, working with all of those, and back to like shining the light on lack, all of that shadow work that that sometimes it's easy to avoid or we don't want to deal with, but taking that and knowing that on the other side is inner peace, like you almost have to shine a light on it. You have to go through it. You have to bring it out to have any sort of inner peace. So, yeah, it's been my takeaway so far.
Yeah.
So a little bit about my experiences, y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but Joe's dad died right after Sanctuary was introduced. And of course, I share my Divine Art Alchemy with him. I get done and I'm like, here's my grand production. And I explain a little bit about what it is and everything. So he gets, a little bit of this through osmosis and all that relationship. And my children too, because, we've been doing this for so long. And it was really cool to have talked to him a little bit about, our focus, this cycle and everything. And for him to be able to take that and to really practice it himself during the funeral and the passing. And his dad was, he died on the 22nd, but they didn't bury him until, what was it? I
Almost
don't even know, all the days are running together. I was like, it was over a week. Yeah, it was a long time. And so it was like, I haven't experienced that many people that were close to me that dying, but like to have it drawn out that long and like people, like it's very unsettling in my opinion. Because because people want to come in and comfort you that whole entire time. And it's like, but you don't get the peace that I crave. Like I like to mourn by myself or, I like quiet anyway. I'm the introvert. So to have people there constantly it got on my nerves, but I was like, I'm just an innocent bystander. I'm just going to sit here and try to be, going back to our sanctuary of thinking, instead of shut the hell up, y'all, leave, get out of here. I was just like, okay, this is really nice. I hope they come back in a month when she's sitting here by herself. Nobody's back, because it's like so many people. And then it's like, y'all, think about the future kind of thing. But it was really beautiful. So the point of me sharing that is like, we never know when we're going to need this work. So it's always good to do it. And then it becomes that practice. And just like you said at the beginning of the call, just we don't know, but gosh, I didn't think I would need it this fast, but it's been very nice.
Yeah. Well, it really shows you the importance of ritual. You're talking about it's a week time frame from his passing to that closure. That public mourning. Rituals are so important. It really helps people. Yeah. And hopefully,
but and going back to of like what's everybody's ritual is different because like I said, like I would rather be in have more of a silent mourning kind of thing instead of just all the talking commotion. Like I didn't like that. But yeah, rituals no matter what they are. And so that's good to have actually the conversation of how do you like to do something?
Yeah.
So
I'd like to express how grateful I am for this and how timely this truly is. I did not know what the topic, and again, the universe has my back. So
yes.
I am safe. I'm working through a lot of things. It's not on social media and it will not be. But in North Carolina, the law is when you divorce, you have to be in separate dwellings for 1 year and 1 day.
It's very weird and specific.
Isn't it? Yeah. I am 9 months plus in, so I am so excited. But I have taken a sabbatical from everything else that I've done for the last 9 months. And I have been working on me and working through things and shadow work. I experienced Dark Night of the Soul when I was still married and I was going through it and going, oh, but he has no clue, like what? So this whole thing. So tonight, for this to be kind of a mile marker for me and the fact that I have set my intentions, that I am connecting with the moon. I'm Earth, so I'm Virgo,
Oh,
back in the water.
it's our full moon tonight, you know.
Yeah, yes.
I forgot to say that earlier.
I
Yes.
know. Yes.
Yes.
So every piece of this,
Mm.
I just could not be more grateful. And I am so incredibly, just gratitude does not, like, there needs to be a word in English that really encapsulates so much more, because I am open to abundance. I am open to so many things that I was closed. 35 years. It's a
Yeah.
long time. It's a
Mhm.
long time.
It is.
So, you know, even if it's for 4 years or, you know, 2 months, if it's when you've outgrown and they're not, you know, there were other circumstances, obviously, but again, nothing's on social media because I have kids. But my point is the fact that we're talking about how we want to react, how we work through things. I have spent 9 months reframing,
Mm.
taking everything I know from health coaching, everything from the 58 years of life that I have been on this planet, and just super hyper focused on taking care of myself. And am I responding? Am I reacting? What am I doing? How am I thinking? What am I saying? What are my intentions? Even if my words are not vocal or verbal, what are the thoughts in my head? So tonight, there is no word right now that I can use to truly express. This is such a culmination, and I mean that in the most literal, and the fact that this is a Virgo moon.
Really, you couldn't have planned it.
I
Well,
know.
no, Deborah, know that we are here for you. I know that you just joined. There's a lot of stuff in
Yesterday,
there.
yeah.
Reach out.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, we are
Thank
here
you.
for you. We've got
Thank
your
you.
back. Okay.
Thank you.
We've got your back.
I am so excited to be in a community,
Mm.
because
We have a great community too. Yeah.
there are just so many people who don't understand, and who are just at the beginning, if that, of the ascension in their life.
Oh yeah.
And it has, but I'm thrilled to be alone, to be by myself. I'm like, wow, okay, I can think. This is good. But
Yeah.
so many people that go through this, either the ascension part or the, you know, through the marriage, ending of that, they don't like to be alone. And I'm like, guys, you are missing out on such a treasure.
Well, some really good healing can happen during that time. frame.
Yes. So thank you. But I just want to say that real quick. And again, there's nothing on social media, and I know that what is said here stays here, and I feel very
Yes.
safe with that.
Absolutely.
That's why I
Yes.
said what I did, because I'm like, yeah, this is a chance to actually express with women who understand the spiritual side, and it just, I'm thrilled. So on that note, this is what I did for myself today.
Oh,
Oh,
I
good.
have more than
Yes, that's
3.
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yes.
I bought that for myself.
Love it.
Part of
Love it.
self-care.
Love it.
And again, not knowing that this is all about how we react and how we want to show up with something. And so it's
Well,
been
share in
good.
the academy, share any feedback as you like
Perfect.
cycle through stuff, throw it
Yes.
out there at us. And of
Thank you.
course, you know, one-on-one, absolutely, if you want
Absolutely.
to, but
Thank you.
I'm very, very excited to have you here.
Thank you. Glad
And
Okay, one other
now
thing.
you get
So
to,
let me
Go.
just say, like when you share things, like if we talked about them in a call or something like that, when you want to share something, share it in the comments of the recording.
Okay.
So like if you if you want to share something otherwise, like it's always in the academy, but like
Right.
people they go to the academy and they're like, where am I going to put it? It's like if we've talked about it on a call, typically always put it in the recording, like down below, but otherwise, and use hashtags if you can.
Makes
Are really
perfect
great,
sense.
so-
Thank you for the
Yeah, 'cause it'll-
clarification.
Yeah, you're
Absolutely.
welcome.
It'll take maybe 15, 30 minutes, sometimes an hour. Shortly after the call ends, it will upload into the academy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank
It
you.
depends on how long the call is too, and how long it'll take because it processes. But anyway, all right. We're
Okay,
gonna
so
have,
another thing,
Okay.
we're ready, right? Yeah. Yes. Okay. So we're going to do one super deep breath in and out. Take
Okay.
the deepest breath you've had all day. I don't know if that was the deepest, but it was a good one.
yeah.
Okay. And the top of this breath, we howl. Happy full moon.
manifesting.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.